Oh, just sitting back down. Milton, how are you doing today? What are you up to this fine Saturday afternoon? It is Saturday, yeah. Oh, thank goodness it's actually showing the game. Swear. OBS has been wilding out. I added a few new things to this little mod pack. I added some backported stuff. Let's see if it broke anything real quick. I did that just today. I should probably make a backup of this world before I do that next time. Well, let's see. Excellent. We now have access to the Pale Oak stuff. And we have access to some new copper stuff. A lot of exciting things. You've been all over the place traveling. Ooh, that is exciting. Where have you been traveling? Where are you at? Yeah, okay. So we have our copper bulb and everything. Well, we had that. Wax weathered, wax oxidized. What was the other copper thing I had? Anyways, cool. All right, we've got some backported stuff. Oh, right. We should also have like... Oop. We should have... Why? The firefly bush? Oh, no. That's... I don't understand why that's happening. How about we do it in this one instead? We do. Excellent. We have the firefly bush too. All right. We've got some backported stuff. I'm happy about that. And it seems to all kind of just be working. I'm also happy about that. We're gonna hit the record button, and we're gonna be good with that. All right, Northshire Valley, Northshire Abbey. I remember now. I might not be able to do two windows here in the reference images. There's a square window and a circular window up here. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze that in. I don't really want to get that any bigger than it is. I think this is the right size. And I'm cool with this. I'm cool with this. This needs to get kind of rounded-ish more. We'll work on how we can do that in a minute. What's going on here? Get rid of that. I'm going to increase the game sound on my side. All right, and we come back into here. Here we are at the entrance. We walk in. Oh, outstanding. I've gotten so much done. We had to rebuild the whole thing, so I did this whole setup was done in a day, and I think it came out really good. This was just a marker, so I knew how high I wanted the walls here to be. That'll be turned to stone. Stone. We got to put windows here. 1, 2, and 3 windows, and then a window here and here. These are supposed to be just like a little bench seating area. We'll kind of like decorate that out as we go. Over here is the library. Ba-ba-da-ba. This is the library wing. And over here is the war room wing. And we'll have to put windows here. So for here, it's a balcony that goes across with like 3 or 4 windows that we'll probably put here. A nice big, well, I guess these 3 windows will go here. We'll see how that ends up looking when we do that. And then of course there's gonna be a nice big table right here. It is kind of just like a circular table, and we'll see what happens there. For here, I got this kind of already blocked off because you have the staircase. How tall do we need this balcony to be? About right here. Schmear. And then we go at least 2 out, and then here. Oop. And there it is. So you come back here, you're going to be able to come into here to a little study area. You come up here. Into here, and you have a little study area. Okay. And that should be... I don't remember if this actually overhangs a bit. We might make it overhang, just bring the wall right to here. We'll play around when we get to that part. Let's see. Yeah. And then I want to go ahead and open up my reference image and start looking at some... So color palette wise, it's pretty much what we have. Like the palette itself isn't all that complex. That was something I made sure to go get, was all of our tufts. We have all of our tufts. Pretty sure tuft didn't exist in 1.21 or 1.20.1. Yeah. I don't want to get too crazy with our palette, but I think it's about time we start detailing. So let's go ahead and break this out so we know where windows are going to be in here. That'll be interesting to... I'm not gonna have a whole lot of space to do like windows here, but I think that'll be okay. Yeah. And then I mean, even if I did like just so we could see the actual shape, I don't think double is a good look. You want to pull this out one more block? We could, or bring it in one more block. We could. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I see. something like that, and then only when we get into really coloring everything, something like that might be able to work out. Yeah, okay, I guess we can work with 2. Not going to do that on this side, obviously. Same for over here. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, create gives us some different kinds of glass variants. That's interesting. We're not going to use that right now, though. I think we're just going to kind of stick with some like reds and oranges. Oh, these are blue, so we can look at some blues. Could do it like this. If I bring it out though, let's see. Grab these, just bring them out 1 block, and we'll grab wool. That doesn't look that bad, actually. Like, obviously it stops being a window. It looks way worse in here, though. We could hide that with like a trapdoor or something, or I could even bring in the wall again, but I kind of don't want to do that. Bluish looks better. You make contrast with a soon-to-be roof. Yeah, I think the blue works well, but I also want this to work well inside. We could hide these with trapdoors, but we'll play around and see how this looks. All right, let's bring you in, and then we're gonna go ahead and just clone you. 1 to 2. It's been a while since I saw it. Yeah, I've tried my hand at gradients with tinted glass before, but you definitely need some like a bit of scale for it, and or depth. But we'll see how this ends up looking once we're done with everything. Right, these 3. Whoops. Darn. Can't really notice from in there, from out there. Ideally, it's something like this. Let's see, what does... I know I got a picture of like the library and everything, so let's see what the roof looks like in that. That's the downstairs one where you kind of just have a pattern here. I'm probably not going to be able to do this pattern, but that is the downstairs one. Not very tall. With some windows literally just like thrown in. This is what the room that we're currently standing in looks like. So it's kind of an open banister type roof. What is the downside to bringing this up a block or two? I feel like I definitely could bring all of this up one block or two, or even like all of this down a block or two. We've got the space to give me a bit more room in here. I'm quickly learning that scale is tough to like nail down. You know, actually, let's go ahead and keep this right there. We'll just do like a little banister right here or something, and then like let you go around. When we come in here, we're gonna have the table right here. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay. Again, a little banister here. That would probably just be out of trapdoors, the banisters. Let's see. That's the height I need it to be at. So let's go back to here. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Not stack, smear. That's the issue. D. Someone kill the dragon. How are you doing, D? This. Cancel. I need to break these two. I need to bring you back. Welcome to the stream. You kill dragon. Truth. Okay. Confirm. We're doing the last little bit of figuring out scale for the abbey here that we've been building. Because that one was way too big. I think you ought to have remembered seeing that one. Way too big. So I built this one. We're a lot closer to where we need to be, but like I just built out the stairs here, and you can see it gets kind of tight. Like this is supposed to be a whole war room. I might need to push this out more, which means I need to make the other one bigger because this is supposed to be a mirror over here. That's the same size. But also, it seems so tight. I'm not going to be able to have a lot of space because like I can't break. Like once you break that, you're on the outside. Cool. That's what she said? Aw. Like this. It's supposed to be kind of like this, and like there's a small space here where I think they just have a bookcase shoved there, but then like a big circular thing. So I guess worst case is we kind of just take some creative liberties and move this to over like here. Opens this up a bit more for the table. This looks better. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the whole thing's looking a lot better. We're just kind of like nailing the scale at this point. Might even just do this 3 wide. And if I do it 3 wide, oh, I can't do it 3 wide without eating too much into this. At least not on that side. I can only do it 3 wide on this side. If I do it 3 wide like this, I can we can put blocks here, but then we can kind of use the interior here for a bit more depth. These are going to turn into stairs, obviously, but are up here. Okay. It's supposed to be a big old table here. So I guess I can still put in here. It's just not going to look as smooth. Reference image. I know I have it not far. Let's pull it up. Oh, that's right. It does have like this little landing thing. Make space there. Let's see. If I do that, how would we? Oop. That opens things up a lot more. Wait, no. Yeah, sorry I had to go to sleep so early into your Pow World stream, by the way. How'd that go, D? Little landing right there. That does open it up a lot more. It's all right. Beginning power is just so much. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. That's the center of it. And then kind of from like right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Moved right there. That should be kind of like the center of this area. So that's gonna be where I put that table. Just sitting and crafting. Yes. Yeah, I completely understand that. But it be what it be what it be. I haven't even started Cyberpunk yet. But that's what I ended up downloading. But I was having dreams of Minecraft last night, so I was like, oh, I guess I better play some Minecraft, which means I have to go live. Oh, the joys. Alright, come up the stairs. All of this I'm super happy with. Super happy with the staircase. It's the only thing where it kind of, I guess it's supposed to feel tight. So I think we're fine. We'll just have to see what I can do for banisters without it looking like, without it actually like encroaching. We might be able to get away with something like this. It's supposed to be, I think it should feel a little more airy than this, but I don't really want to have to bring all this up unless I really have to. We have one block I can bring it all up if we have to, and it should be fine, but we'll see. I would really do that mostly so like in here, it doesn't feel like it's too squished against these windows. You can see that, and kind of here as well. It would open everything up one block. I think I can get away with pushing this directly up here, but I wouldn't want to do anything more than that, as that would force me to lift all of this up, and I really don't want to do that. This would be a mob farm if I built this in survival right now. Okay. Oh, right. Punch in 2, 3, 4. The cyan probably looks best here. Perfect. Oh, for this one, actually, it just goes straight to the center of it, kinda. I think that's... Open reference. Do I have a reference of... Kinda right here, I do. This right here is the library wing. Oh. I lied, that's not the library. This is, okay. Not a window. But here, and also not a window. We can look at that. Here it's actually 2 separate windows. Okay. It does change some things. So let's look. Not this one. This one. This one. This, it's right here is this. So this is one big window. Okay, got that, tracking. And then this is 2 separate. So this actually is separated out, but it's the same size. So, nope, I think I'm going to keep it like this. Because if I try to separate that out, it's... One, I wouldn't be able to get this at all. Window or not, I wouldn't be able to do that. I think it's because like the line should be right here. And I would have another... I don't really have the space to do that. You know what? Let's grab this. I want to take you, you, and you. Let's bring you out here a second. Trying to have a lot of room to play with here. I have until pretty much right here, this line here. Or I can kind of go all the way. I can go up for the windows. Like that would be the max. Outer Worlds 2 is coming if I played the first one. I started the first one when it first came out, and I started playing it, and I was like, oh. And I like a lot of the world building, heavy-handed as it was. I was having a good time with that, but like the gameplay itself, I was kind of like not vibing it. It was a lot of little things. Like when it came out, Fallout had been out for forever, Skyrim been out forever, Fallout 4 had been out forever. This was an Obsidian game, so like they know these things. And whereas I'm mostly going in for their writing, it was a real big bummer to go in and be able to like, oh, here's the NPC, here's the shopkeep. I walk behind the counter to right behind the shopkeep, press the stealth button, and now I'm free to do whatever I want. It had been like 10 years since Skyrim came out, and that was still their AI, and it just kind of bugged me. So I didn't really like dive deep into it. I'm hoping good things for Outer Worlds 2. My wife really likes it, but that part bugged me, and I never really grew past that. Kind of petty, I know, but yeah. Didn't know. Yeah, and I don't want to turn anyone off of it if they're wanting to try it out. I hear it's still a great game. It's just that part kind of... Alright, if this right here is my line, I need to try to fit a window right here. It was on snail, so you... that snail. It was on snail? Yeah. It was on sale? Nice. Okay, let's grab all of this and move you up a block. 4, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that. And then we're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this stuff again. I think down 1 block instead of 2. This is just a placeholder so I knew where the floor was. And now we're going to go ahead and just move this. Whoop. move that right out of the way for a second. And we'll grab this. How much bigger? It's like we're a lot. We can kind of. Oops, I did it again. We can get a little bit away with some scaling shenanigans. Honestly, I don't think that's bad. I think that kind of fits. How's it look from inside? Nice. All right, that actually fits. And I can actually go down another point if I really... Well, I don't have to, but... That gives me my windows right here. That gives me the space here for this, which I can go ahead and kind of sort of rebuild real quick. See, I can't do something with some different blocks there later. We can grab the light blue here and the cyan. Or even the cyan and the dark blue. I think let's go with that for right now. I don't think that actually looks all that bad. Yeah, I think that might be our bet. So what we'll do... Pull that out. We're going to clone this. Oh, I keep doing that. Thanks, Quackpot. Keep shilling my content. Boop, boop. Okay. Now for this one, it's a bit different because what we'll do is this. One, two, three. All right, I got to run my ads here in just a moment, and I got to use the restroom anyway. So before we, I'll fix this in just a second. Let's go ahead and run those ads right quick, and I'm going to be right back. I'm already mad yet. All right, let's do this. All right, I think that's good. Yeah, and I think that fits kind of the scale a bit better too. I think that all worked out really well. Very happy with that. So let's go ahead, since I'm so happy with that, we'll go ahead and yeet these. On this one, because we've got the big windows on the side. We'll go ahead and erase this one. Ba -ba -da -ba. And we'll... Yo, Evil Dead, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope your weekend's starting off well. How's that looking here as well? Oh, perfect. Chilling and vibing. Same. Exactly the same. I dreamt about Minecraft and building last night, and I was like, well, gotta go live. Just can't not do that. Ah, it worked out. It worked out. Perfect. I think we're kind of nailing this. Oh, look at that in here. It looks good. It looks real good. I'm gonna do something up there as well. I think we're getting there. And even though I'm on 1.20.1, I did just today add a bunch of backported mods. So we now have things like Pale Moss, which I'm super excited to use. You see, we have all the pale oak and moss blocks. We also have the we have the leaf litter from Spring to Life. I'm super excited for that. We also have the firefly bush, which is great. I love modders. People are just going like, oh, that's cool. Let's bring it to 1.20.1. Perfect. Because this is a 1.21 mod pack because I have the create mod. New cactus flower. I bet you I do. Yep, from Spring to Life. I do have the new cactus flower, which is awesome. It's such a pretty little flower, too. Look at that. Such a pretty little flower. I might also have suspicious sand. We might have the sounds from the sand. That was the same thing. We might have that. I'm not as worried about ambient noises in this just now. But, let's see, we can go up here. This will be turned into staircase, obviously, and we'll have a railing around here. That way we can go all the way around. Actually, because of that railing, let's go ahead and move this over a block. Just one block. Yeah, because we're going to have a railing right here. And we're not going to want to have this mushed all the way up. We'll see. We'll see how we do the corners. All right, let's see. Am I missing anything? Big windows, little windows. Oh. So I said the little window over here. Little window. Perfect. That's perfect. Now, this does have windows here as well. I don't know how I'm going to do those. Open reference image. This corner right here with the stable, that is this corner right here. So yeah, we're in the same corner. But I can't, because I'm not going to really have a choice, am I? I might have to lift all of the roof up one block. I might have to do that and get it just touching right here. It's a little tight, but if I don't do that, I won't be able to do a window here. Not really. If I look on the interior, see here, it kind of just mushes right up into the floor here, which is fine. But so you know, this can go down and just go here instead, and that can be how our windows are. You could even probably get away with doing something like that. I could even double wall these and expand all this out by 1 block, which will give us a bit more depth for it get a little weird here. It would get a little weird here. This becomes 3 blocks. But on this side over here, it would be fine, where I pull both of these walls out one, so we can get some depth here. You have a single block. Yeah, let's go ahead and move all of our roof up a single block. I feel like we're pretty close though. Expand that up one, expand that up one, and there should only be one more. Oop. Perfect. I can actually make this bigger now because of that. We're just going to take these right here and move you up a block. Whoops, not you. You. Okay, so let's see. It's a 15. I think that's it. 1, 2, and 3. Punch a hole. 1, 2, 3. Punch a hole. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Wrong hole. Right there. Perfect. I know it's a little lower than here, but I don't have a choice. Actually, because of how it's just right up on the roof, I'm not really gonna have a place. Yeah.
Didn't mean those things, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter anyway. We've been here one time too many. Wonder what will happen next. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say.
I think just this, honestly, and then like we'll do like stairs there. We already kind of had to do the battlement thing, like this. I think just kind of like that is fine. And while we do like maybe the old campfire trick.
We promised that nothing would break us, that we'd always find a way. Always set and dust had settled. Something didn't feel the same. We both know that this ship's going
Also no.
Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see-through. Let's save ourselves the courtesies, 'cause we're see-through. We both know how this thing goes. Should I leave or should you? There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see-through.
Oddly enough, because there's two here, it almost does feel like I should push this out more, but for Minecraft scaling, that would kind of, well, having it 3 up the wall does make sense. Like, it fits better, because especially since I have to have this here. But we see here, so like, in order to make this as big as it is, like, in the game, almost as big as it is in the game, we'd have to take here. Trying to make a 1-to-1 scale, not 1-to-1 per se, just kind of like close. Like, I want it to look good. I do it like this. Like, is that too big? I don't know. I think that actually, you know, that expansion looks pretty good. Oh, still not big enough though. That would just be one. So hold on. We have this block here. 3. window. Here, and then the third window. So yeah, not a one-for-one scale remake, but I do want it to be kind of close. We're still going to be taking some artistic liberties so it all looks good. I still don't think that looks too bad at this scale. So let's go ahead and extrude. Actually, let's smear the rest of our wall. What I can do here is just clone. Nope, can't do that. I'm a goofball. That's okay. Right, I don't have any of the... Oh, that's going to probably get expanded up. I think, if I remember correctly, this all actually wraps about at the same scale as that, but this at least marks it off for me. Wait. How did we do that yet? Right, okay, I see. This needs to come out 1 block. We'll go in 1 block. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, out 1 block is probably the move. Let's grab you, you, and you. I'm gonna extrude that. Getting into that thing where it's a bit big. It wasn't supposed to be super big. But, I mean, it's still not like oppressively big like it was over there. That's problematic though. Could do that. So how about what I'll do is I'm gonna grab all of this real quick. We are gonna smear that out, and then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna grab from here and here and here. This whole row of blocks, we're gonna delete that. Just delete it entirely. Technically, didn't need to do that. Could have just moved this. It would have overwritten, but boop. I think like that. And the reason we did that is so that when I go back in here and I do this, 23, perfect. That's the center. That's the dead center of the room, but I think for here, that's going to look the best for the dead center of that table. Yeah. And then we can go ahead and just take... We're going to expand that in because that doesn't need to be like that at all. Okay, I think that actually works pretty well. And then now that we have all this space, this doesn't have to be as tight as it is. Bring it out here. Again, stairs, but still. That's our war room. Can't bring it down without lowering this, and I don't want to do that. Can't really bring it up without bumping into here, so I can't do that either. So we're just gonna have to survive with this being the window, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We'll survive with it. This still feels a lot airier with that 1 block up, so that actually helped out a lot. Let's see. Let's grab here, out to here, and here. I did forget. I need to... One, two, three, four. Mirror, grab you, and to the floor. Go ahead and move you out of block so that I can mirror one more time. Oops. Where you can walk around and you enter the little study. There's gonna be that other study right here. Bring that to there, here, like that. Expand you and shrink you just to get you right off the window. Get a little bit of space there. I'll do it one more time actually. And that gives a, oh. Yeah, let's do it like that. And that way, something like that. Into this study. Perfect. Alright, as best as I can do. Okay. Another study. Let's see, how far off am I if I go grab my picture of the library? Kind of far. Actually, this goes up into a landing and then over to here. And then around. But you can see the wall here, so that's not that bad. This does wrap underneath that stair, so... As such... Kind of like this. Yo, Dino, welcome back from work. How are you doing today? How's your Saturday? I think we can definitely squeeze out 3. What about in here? Can we do 3 in here? Yeah, we can definitely do 3 in here. So let's move all of this to here. We're still just kind of fine-tuning the scale of this build. That's really all you've missed so far. As I start putting some of the interior stuff in, like we're figuring out like this big table that's gonna go here for the war room meant that I needed, and there's a whole walkway here. And you see I have it on the floor. I kind of hate that, but there's to fix that, I would have to get way bigger. Other than the work being a bit much, you're good. I'm sorry, work was a bit much. And I'm happy you're doing good. Yeah, from the outside, I think this looks really good. Like, all of this got brought up, so it's scaled up a bit. Might be able to actually scale this up 1 more block, which will give me a bit more space here. Yeah, all real basic shapes, but I think this is looking good. Looking good? Yeah, I think so too. We come in here, we've got the door here underneath the stairs. We've got the door over here. All of this, there's actually supposed to be some bookshelves here, so we might expand this just a little bit more. Let me see, if we extrude this by 1. Fun challenge you made. Build a house from the inside out, so start with the interior. Ooh. I did hear, like, a lot of video game, like, level designers or designers, like, that's kind of what they do, is they start with the interior. That does look a bit better. Off the wall, that looks a bit better. Even if it's going to be mushed up here. And it gives it that bit more of a tight... Because, like, all of this is going to be filled in. We might do just like this. And then, like, something here, like some more books or something to give it a bit more texture. But this does make it look a bit dustier and tighter. We're going to have some shelves here for the library. A study room goes back here with a big door, or with a big table and some shelves. You can see our windows aren't really anything to write home about. It's just kind of this. That's okay. But yeah, how did how'd that challenge go? Was it a lot easier to have the interior and then space everything around it? You haven't done it yet. You don't want to sound horrid. First Descendants is adding off-brand sparrows in August. Interesting. Yeah, I remember, like, I played that one a little bit because Micah wanted me to try it out, and then I kind of burnt out pretty quick. Definitely burnt out pretty quick. I think that line is a lot less sharp, so we'll do light blue and cyan here. We played together. I remember. I remember. I think that adds exactly the level of depth that I needed there. That fixes that a lot. Oh, and Dino, I did go back. I downloaded some backporting mods, so we actually have access to Tough. We have access to the Firefly Bush, a lot of the other stuff from 1.21. Since this is a 1.20 mod pack, I'm super excited for that. It means I can also use Pale Moss, which I'm probably gonna end up using for the build here. It'll be a lot of stone, andesite, tough, and pale moss because it's a pretty bright build, but I want to make sure I can get some kind of shadows here and there. Oh. Oh. Give me a second. I need to take this and make it not flush. Like that, maybe. I feel like that flows a bit better. Heal. Everything's fairly symmetrical. Everything looks good. Let's see how bad it would look if I go ahead and just do this, though. I'm going to take a move. I'm going to grab here, 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 and the last point's going to be this one all the way up here. Boop. Now I can expand I would say instead of this, it might come down to like just different color blocks inside. What I'm looking at right here, so you guys know, is this. And unlike here, this is supposed to actually be a window. But with Minecraft, like if I put a window right here, or even just right here, it's gonna look so messy with this. That's tough. And then, because like 1, 2, and 3 is where I would want the other window. And even if I don't do what I've been doing down here where I frame it all, like you're gonna want something, or it's just gonna look messy. Even it's just a 2 and a 1, even it's just like that. I'm gonna want something to kind of like frame this. I just don't know what it'll be. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe just something as simple as trapdoors. Do that, and then something like this. I think that's about the best I'm gonna be able to do. Thank you for the lurk, Dino. No, not there. think that might be the best I'm gonna do there. Dark blue, 'cause it's supposed to be a bit darker up here. I know it's gold in the picture, but I think this will be what looks best. I know, like, scale-wise, it's probably a lot bigger than here, but anything smaller is just not going to look good. It won't. But for now, I think that's okay. Do have to change the roof color to actually be red. And, of course, connect that with, like, fences and the like. This is coming out so good, though. What do I want to work on next? I think it's going to be... Hold on. I think it's going to be this roofy part here. Wait. So let's see. Ideally, I'd have a stone-looking. A stone-looking trapdoor. Can I bring this down more? And I don't think we really do. So I don't want to start cheating with like copycat blocks too soon. Oh. Not too soon, but let's see what we get. Might be able to get away with just using like a darker, like a darker trap door, and some shading underneath it to kind of hide the fact that it's wood. Might even change this to like tough. What did I break? What did I break? No, I just broke that. Okay. Cut tough, polish tough. I feel like this is gonna be way too bright. Yeah, it's way too bright. You know what we could probably do though is shading. Shading does it. If we grab this, say this one to here. I didn't quite do it. This to here. This should do it. Where? Are you gonna curve the other corners? Probably. I'm just gonna kind of see how that goes. I do like this. I think this is working out. Cancel. No. At least do that kind of quickly. Look at how quick that is. I think that worked out really well with the pale moss and everything. I'm so happy I went and got that block. As far as like this isn't supposed to be a curve. It's just how. So whenever they did, whenever Blizzard made the shape of this, they just did a big square, and then literally we just chopped off a corner in order to drop the door here. And that's what this is. As far as here, I think the most I might do is something like that could help, where we knock out that block and we put this just to do that. That might help. Yeah, I think that's the ticket. To where it doesn't look as blocky. I think that helps. Go ahead and replace that, and let's look back our stack tool. So this is the cool thing with stack as opposed to smear, where stack will outright overwrite blocks. Look how quickly we can just get repeating patterns. Yes. Grab our tough right there. Or our tough. That was our pale moss, and then our tough there. Not quite sure how we're going to be replicating this part though. I feel like just color will help a lot. Maybe some wall blocks. As you can see, right, this is just a 1 block wide, so like, and I kind of don't think the play is to make all of this 2 blocks wide. I have to go up top. I can do like a diorite or something, but let's step out here. And we're gonna do some walls. Stairs. Slab? Yeah, I think you're right. Hmm. Probably the closest that we're gonna get, and that's still with cheating, but I think I'm okay with that, with the cheaty part. Now how much of this can we just repeat across there? If I do a clone, I'm gonna have to make that slab into a full block. Whoops. Yeah, that's too tall. So I think just there. And it kind of just like stops wherever it is, wherever it is the rest of the build kind of starts. I guess that's kind of true. So let's see. that kind of shades that in pretty okay. Let's see. Put this right behind the wall. I just want it a little darker without going as dark as like Deep Slate. And I know I'll be using tough some other places as well, so. And then it also helps the brick pop off of the stone a bit more. Gravel tends to come off of being a bit lighter. I do know that. I don't want to go quite as bright as diorite. At least, well, because like diorite, it's a different kind of block. Because like in some places it can be kind of shadowy, but it's also really bright. So I think that acacia is doing really good. Let's see some others in the gray family. I remember, like, tough is... Nah, it's a bit messy. What if I do the tough brick, though? How does that actually look? Down here. I don't know, with the acacia, I don't think that looks as good. And I think if I start doing... The tough itself looks pretty good. Let's... If I do that, is that too... If I try to hide the brick, and then we just do the tough there instead. Such a weird color. Ooh, details start popping? Yeah, the tough bricks are a weird color. They are, but I also think it's kind of fitting. I don't know. Or like that's all we're kind of playing around and seeing. Oop. Because also, like I think the texture helps fit what we're going for. It just kind of, it looks like this, but darker. So whereas it looks really weird close up, how does it look from back here? Is it kind of blending? It's not... From back here, I think it looks really good. Actually, I think that looks pretty good because it looks like the other, just darker. We could even probably do this instead, where we put the tough behind like this. And then the stone goes here to do this. And from here, it looks really weird, but from back here, that might be the spot where it looks like shaded in. I think that's the fix. That's kind of cool. It doesn't... Oh, but that one piece actually blends. What if we just do the full as tough? How does this look? Does that help? Does that help the arch pop a bit? Kind of. It's so tough. What do we think? Do we think this looks the best? Does that help that arch pop out a bit? I think it kind of does, without blending too much. It kind of gives it this bit of a depth. In general, far away, it's shaded, but up close, it's like teal. I do agree with you 100%. It does have like a bluish rather than just an actual green. I think this is the fit, though. I think... Getting it like this works best. Like these strips to pop out that arch. Actually, that looks better inside of it like this. I think. Looks good from far. Yeah, I agree. I don't think this one right here makes it blend a little too much if I put it right here. But we got to see what we're going to color this with. But I think from back here, that looks a lot better. Even zooming in a bit, that looks great. Yeah, I think that really adds a bit more depth to these arches. It's exactly what it needed. And it helps our walls pop out. It is going to make the interior wall all tough, but honestly, that's fine. I think that's the spot. And it helps blend that into that pale moss that we're using for shading as well. I think that needs to be a bit darker. Alright, I do have to run these ads. Let me go ahead and do that. I'm just going to take a quick second to get up and stretch. I've been trying to be good about using my ad breaks to do that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. And I'm back. Hopefully the ads weren't done for too long. That's the stuff. This is all pretty... I think I'm okay with doing illegal blocks like this, like debugging. Thanks. Bot. Question is, do we want this thinner as being as such? I think yes. I think having these thicker like this looks a bit better. So we're going to go ahead and expand all this out. I'll make sure to do that to the other one as well. Oop. And of course getting that all closed in right there. The only downside is it looks kind of bad up there, but we're going to be looking at it from down here, so let's see. I think that's okay, as opposed to this. Add a bit more depth to those pillars. So yeah, I think from down here that's okay. how to work it in here. Let's see. Okay, how about instead of me guessing how this would look at a 45-degree angle, why not grab our box tool? We'll grab this. We're going to move him over here. Nope. Take that selection. We're going to Control J. We're going to move you out here. And we're just going to move you like, no. Rotate scale. Let's try that again, shall we? Control J. Rotate scale. This time it's going to rotate the y-axis. Well, that did absolutely zero. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay. a little messy. A little messy. But, I mean, it does at least look like pillars. It's not as clearly defined to be like these arches right there. Like, that's clearly defined arch. That's messy, but pillars. I'm not sure how I would make that any better than it is right now. I mean, at least makes it look a little less messy with all of the brickwork, but still shades everything. Yeah, and it's not going to look like the arches, but I think that's okay. Pretty much the whole wall is just archwork, though. Bother. Oh. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to try to recreate. I need to expand this and make like something that goes up and over it, so I can try to do a little circle right here. But also, this is 4 wide instead of, you know, bigger. I don't have a choice. I think that's starting to pop really well. No, I can't do it there. I think what we're gonna do right quick Boop, 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 boop. Nope. That's the darkest. That's the lightest. Not a whole lot of difference, honestly. Okay. Grab my noise painter. That's radiant. Where's noise? There it is, noise. Nope. By holding the control, I can drag and drop. Oh, my whole radiant right there. Cool. Now I can do magic select. All my ruse. With noise painter again, and we're just gonna paint. That looks like garbage. That didn't look good at all. I guess I had to do that by hand later. I was hoping that would be kind of quick, but that looked really bad. Really bad. I think getting some like mangrove and whatnot in there is going to be better because. Let's go back to doing this. I do. Darker. That's darker than the moss. way brighter. Well, if I just lift all that up. That look. Yeah, I gotta say I'm okay with this. All right. This. Cancel, because that didn't come out as I was hoping it was. Blah! That wasn't doing what I was hoping it would do. I didn't even think about that. Look at this. Ooh, that does close that a bit more. Makes it feel a bit more attached to these pillars. It does make it feel attached more to these pillars, doesn't it? But it also makes it look like it's a full block. Interesting. At least from up there. Let's see, from down here. It's a little bit of depth from down here. As opposed to this. That's tough. Should I? We'll see. We'll play with that. We might go back and forth on that a lot. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Two, three, four. right. Nope. Pretty good. It's like all the way I do. Maybe just 1 second, guys. Let's see what I'm gonna do with Never mind. My wife figured out dinner. Go back to chat, and back to chat. Okay. Wait, what's this? Are we happy with this? Gotta say, yerp. Bet you I can do something kind of interesting here. I'm gonna get rid of that. There, I'm gonna right click here and yeah, doing it as a stair like that, actually kind of nice. You know, the 4 stair blocks into different positions like this is actually really cool. No, let's do it like that, and then this. That way from down here, it blends really well. Yeah, that blends really well. Yeah, I think this is starting to... I don't want it to look too messy. And that's my worry. So I kind of have to wait and see what happens as I get it everywhere else, especially in these flatter areas right here. Now that I know I can do that, I think that helps smooth out that one like corner block right there. Forcing it into a corner stair really helps. Cool. No, like that. Like that. And then here, and here, and here, and then there. No. And there. There. And there. There. And there. And there. Smear. How do I have you going through this over here? You just like punch straight through. I think we're just gonna do that. That I'm kind of hungry. And my wife ordered Chinese, and I'm kind of really excited about that. Pretty sure I'm currently playing like this. Are you wrapped on the corner like on both sides? Yes. I don't think that looks too bad. Oh. Debugging is a little busted, not gonna lie, but it's so good. And I really do think like something like this should be available for vanilla builders, in my own humble opinion. I need this to change. In my own humble opinion. Did I do that over here? I did. Okay, perfect. And did I do it over here? I did. Perfection. Look at that. Look at how good being able to just do that is. Like, just give me a way to... I can already place these blocks like that in the game in other ways. You just give me a painless way to do so. I'm hoping, like, this still kind of looks curved. It's the best I can do with, like, this amount of space. I think from down here, it actually really does look like pretty good arches. I think it came out really, really well. And these misses? Nah. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Making these bigger really worked out though. That worked out so well. I'm super duper happy with this and with this. I think we made these look as good as we were gonna make them look, to be fair. Probably as good as it's gonna get. The little bit of depth from making these stairs is ideal. Good, you're smart enough to know you're a stair when I do that. If I ever do make that into a schematic, people can try that out. It'll look a little different, but yeah, you know. I don't know if I can like schematic these. Like I can't sell them. It's Northshire Abbey, and I'm being very upfront about the fact that this is World of Warcraft. Ew, no, that's not it. That works. Just that. And of course, like we'll change the coloring on these and whatnot. Oh, that's not bad. The moment yeah, even just one block. Whoa. Axiom such a smart mod. Messed up. Yeah, I think even just that little bit of depth, even though it's the exact same block, adds so much. And we'll recolor some of that. Obviously, it'll get changed like some tough or pale moss or something like that. Who knows exactly until I'm actually building it. But you can see where just a little bit of touch of color really already helped add a lot more depth. Hyped. But my dogs are going to start barking real soon because I guess my dinner is going to be here soon. I didn't know I was getting like special dinner like that, but I'm excited for it. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there and go get some food stuff. I don't think this is too bad for an impromptu stream. I wasn't even planning on doing this today, but you know, we did it and I'm pretty happy for it. For the roof color, I tried the noise painter. I might try to do some kind of coloring to help highlight those supposed to be bricks. We've got some different, like the mangrove is a good color. We've got some other reds in here that we can pull in from the create mod. We keep going all the way down like the crimsite. And I think getting something like the crimsite into that is going to look really, really good. Maybe not the crimsite bricks, that's a little bright. But I think maybe the cut crimsite bricks, the crimsite, and the mangrove would look really good together. Kind of those darker reds. Even though this is a brighter one, but like we can try to make it look more like tiles. Yeah, and I think coloring it in such a way to make it look like tiles will be the way to go. It sounds like that's it though. So that's my food. I'm gonna head out. You guys have a great day, and thanks for hanging out. Ciao.